Here we go. Welcome to Disco Elysium Let's Play episode 16? Is that what we're at? I think it's 16. Thanks for coming by, Merritt. Disco, you've got it. Disco. Alright. Yeah, let's jump in. I think I remember where we were. I've got my list handy on tasks that I need to perform, things I need to do. I think I want to head back to the church. I think that's one of the things I want to do. But let me have a look at my list here. Yeah, I can talk to the cryptozoologist. I can go looking for that one girl. It's still way too early in the day for me to wash the jacket. We can go back to the church. We can check the island. We can check the boardwalk. I feel like I've checked the boardwalk 1,000 times. I just can't find it. Thank you very much, Merritt. 40 days of Christmas are over, so it was time to change. Time to change my profile pic. Yeah, I feel like let's go for a walk. We'll go for a walk along the boardwalk. We can walk along the coast, and then we'll make our way up to the church. I think that's the plan. Let's do that. Maybe we'll come across something along the way. When it says check the boardwalk, I have no idea what they're actually referring to. Like, which boardwalk? There's a bunch of docks. I don't see any bloody boardwalks. Unless, of course, they're referring to the one... Actually, let's have a look at the map. Maybe I can see the boardwalk. Oh, there's the map. The hell's the boardwalk? Oh, you know what? I think they're talking about the one over by where the Ferris wheel is and where that guy died. Maybe that's what they're talking about. All right. There's our vehicle. Oh. Some change? I missed last time. Can you highlight the change again? Yeah, like this to me is a dock. This is not a boardwalk. Yeah, this is a dock. Yeah, I don't want to talk to her. We've already talked to her. There's the twins. I don't know where the little girl is, though. Oh. Some more change. 55 cents again. It's blocked off. You know what? We're by the church. Let's just go into the church and talk to the chick. Then I think we'll be done this part of the story. Actually, once we talk to her, then maybe we can talk to the druggy kids. And, I don't know, maybe get rid of that storyline. What's that? Something over here. What? Never seen these before. There's something else. Bunch of money. Where did those come from? You gotta be really thorough with this. What? A scarf? Were these here before and I just missed them? Alright, let's talk to her.
Yes, what is it?
About the off-site copy you asked me to bring.
Yes?
I brought you the filament. Give her the off-site copy.
Thanks. Looks like it's the one.
She takes the filament, inspecting the metallic tape on its side. What's going to happen now?
Now I'm going to print it out to see what's left of it.
She's already inserted the filament into the radio computer's core, ready to close the door. What are you even hoping to find? I'm not going to let her know that we checked it.
I have a theory. Lintel was able to divine the location of the anomaly from this broken copy. I want to repeat their calculation, only this time with...
Okay.
Watch. What an intricate display of failure.
The paper starts filling out with ink, soaking it in a gleaming blackness. Not a single line of data stands out. It's the abyss staring back at you.
Well, let's play it cool. Now what?
Sorna doesn't reply, her hands running over the printout. She's looking for something. For her morning star. Eyes scouring the millimeters.
Here. I found it.
Where?
Hold on.
She's behind the keyboard now, typing in some numbers that only she understands. The terminal beeps, and the light inside starts pulsing like a glowing heart. I'm gonna say nothing.
Just give me a second. I'm almost...
She clocks up her typing speed.
I've never witnessed a program at work before.
Done. I've got it. I found the location of the anomaly.
There's joy in her voice as she bumps her fist into air. You did it? You found the coordinates?
I found the coordinates!
She lets out a celebratory laugh. I'm not going to congratulate her. So where is it? Where is your 2mm hole in the world?
There, in the swallow.
She points at the other end of the church, where a group of water bowls forms a ritualistic arch.
Think you can help me again?
She tilts her head, eyes sparkling. Sure.
I need you to go move those water bowls for me. I need to double-check my calculations.
Okay.
Just walk over to the circle and follow my instructions. Move the third bowl 2 centimeters to the left, and the fourth bowl 5 centimeters to the right. This should do the trick.
Third 2, fourth 5. Third 2, fourth 5. Third 2, fourth 5.
Thanks.
It's awfully silent again, as if someone turned off the entire world outside those walls. Water inside the bowls stands still. Measurements have been marked down around the bowls, each chalk-drawn line representing a centimeter on the floor.
Alright, so I didn't have to memorize it. It remembers it for me.
It moves like a ghost without creating a single trace of sound.
Alright, let's move the fourth bowl.
Some water spills out of the bowl, wetting the floor. The lead programmer sends you an encouraging thumbs up from across the hall. Time to run back, or maybe walk. This is a sacred place after all.
Let's walk. No running.
Yes, what is it?
I moved the water bowls to the right position, just like you asked. What's next?
Great. Everything should be aligned now.
She stops, biting into her chapped lip. Okay, let's get this party started.
Yeah, let's do it. Now the only thing left to do is to unmute the headphones.
What does that mean?
If we got the location right, we should then be able to hear whatever sound this anomaly makes.
Wait, why did you have your headphones on mute in the first place?
Honestly, I'm a little scared.
Isn't it going to be just silence and nothing else?
I don't know. That's what I'm scared of. I don't know. It could be anything.
Alright.
I mean, what sound does the nothing make? How can you even listen to something that doesn't exist?
She turns to face you, the mainframe throwing shadows on her chin.
What if silence is only what surrounds it, but the swallow itself is...
She grows silent, her face very pale in the cold light of electricity. What?
I don't know. I'm just scared. Maybe it's going to be something terrifying. Maybe it's going to tear the world apart.
Cool.
Like that evil ink that filled the printout, erasing coherence and meaning.
You're overthinking this.
Maybe. Maybe I'm just tired.
It's scary, but we just have to face it.
Yeah. You're right. Let's do it.
She puts on her oversized headphones, ready to press unmute.
The lieutenant takes a step back.
Oh.
And then, nothing. Nothing happens. As Sona Lokinen-Kilda presses unmute on her keyboard. Nothing but silence. You can hear some small animal cross the floor in the chancel. It's that quiet in the sanctuary.
Can you hear anything?
She doesn't answer. Her eyes closed and brows knitted together in a state of deep focus. One hand cupping the headphone.
Well?
Damn it.
She lets out a loud sigh before tearing off her headphones. She's still avoiding my gaze. Come on, did you hear anything?
No, of course not. Nothing happened. Let's move on.
All right.
Despite her fear, she was hoping for something extraordinary to take place.
What do you mean nothing happened? Did you find the swallow?
No.
She rests her face on her hands, massaging the forehead.
No. My hypothesis was wrong. According to this, I should have heard something, if I got the coordinates right. Like I said, silence is only what surrounds it. But this is just another failure. Silence sounds like silence. That's all it is. You can try on the headphones. See if you can hear anything. But
Cool.
don't get your hopes up.
Oh, we're gonna hear something, all right.
This can't be it. You should have a listen.
All right, let's jack up our perception. Actually, we're running out of skill points. I think my perception is backed already. There's -1. There's +1. Is there anything reducing our perception? Does not appear to be the case. Okay. So, I don't think I want to put anything into perception. We're already pretty high. Yeah, let's just,
Yes, what is it?
let's give it a try. All right, let's put on the headphones.
All you hear is your own breathing, heavy and hoarse from all the nights spent drinking. It's the breath of an old man. But there's something else. There has to be something big, something unexpected, something new, yet to be discovered.
Okay.
Well, did you hear anything?
No, nothing. It's just silence.
Yeah.
Her voice is bitter with disappointment.
The lieutenant looks down at the floor, as if to say, you're wasting time here.
All right, fair enough.
Maybe the speed freaks can help you with this. Go talk with Andre.
All right, let's go talk with the speed freaks. Oh, we're close to the boardwalk. Oh, what's this? You can imagine why calls become terrible sometimes. I feel like this is the boardwalk. Looking for something here. Can't get through there. Body still here? Have they come to pick it up already? Oh, it's been taken away. Let's collect the evidence.
There's some tear, an empty cigarette package, and a crumpled kebab wrapper in the trash bin.
Let's examine the tear.
2 empty bottles of Tallulah vodka and a can of black... No, there's more in there. Livis strawberry liquor, plus some Pilsner bottles too. Better not pick them up. They seem unhygienic.
Why not?
A tragedy.
Alright. Oh. Stop messing with the coin viewer and hold on to something. The wind is so strong. It's a long way down to your death from here, 20 meters at least. Really? Nothing on the boardwalk? I don't know what flippin' boardwalk they were talking about. Alright, let's go talk to the junkies.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
I'm here to talk about the church again.
Yes? What's the deal?
I'm making progress in the church, but it's slow going. There's a hitch in Suna's research.
What kind of a hitch?
She's trying to catch an anomaly using a special microphone setup, but she can't hear the audio coming through her headphones.
An audio shortfall, you say? Guess what? We got speakers with massive low end. There's a good chance it can do it.
Cool.
They've got one speaker. One. Uno. Un.
I think we have found a solution.
We've got some serious range on this baby. It'll blast her shoes off. Believe me.
Alright, that's it for now.
Goodbye, officer.
Is that it, really?
Huh? I see you're here again. Off-sign, man. Did I mention getting us into the church would help?
Let's see if this has any other extra options. Tell me about the machines you saw in the church.
Weird stuff. Specialised. There was a data processor and some sort of long-wave machinery. Wires going into water. Gives off a spy sign.
Alright.
Most of it doesn't. Sonic powers.
So nothing new. Let's leave. Alright. Let's go back and talk to her. Whole lot of back and forth. Or actually, you know what? Maybe her, because she's listening to under the ice. Maybe she can help us out.
Again.
Okay, let's talk about your contact mic again.
Sure. Contact Mike. Okay.
Okay, so maybe not. Let's leave and go back to the church. Hello, Robert. Welcome to the stream. Nice to have you here. I saw you show up at Dylan's stream just as I was leaving to get this started. Man, that game's... I was hoping and expecting it to be better, but man, it's a bit of a mess. A prayer book has been left open. It's kind of weird how there's... every time I come into the church, there's new stuff.
Yes, what is it?
Yeah, it has been a busy day. Okay. Cool, we can try it again. Let's try it again.
Everything disappears. You are draped in silence like a drowning man staring into his puny little headspace. And then the pressure changes.
What does it mean?
It feels like flying on an aerostatic, or when your ears pop, or like a subtle difference in the atmosphere, a weather change hanging in the air. What if the sound you're looking for is too low for you to hear it?
Suna, what if we just need a better sound system?
A better sound system? Alright, but where would we get one?
Suddenly, a rhythmic beat permeates the walls, causing a small patch of decorative stucco to crumble onto the wooden floor.
They should really allocate some renovation funds to this place.
Murmurs the lieutenant, inspecting the damage done to the arabesques.
No. What they really should do is shut down the disco men for disturbing neighborhood peace.
Yes, but they could help with the speakers.
You mean the speed freaks?
Oh yeah, you were watching. Yeah, I saw when I was going to stream Lonely Mountains Downhill, I saw that Frank was streaming as well, but I just needed to get my stream done, so hope he had some good runs. But no worries about missing my Lonely Mountains Downhill. It was still pretty cool. We had quite a few people there. A bunch of Lonely Mountains Downhill players. It was a good time. It was my favorite trail again. So she closes her eyes as more dance music invades the holy silence of the sanctuary.
Of course. The speed freaks. They have a fantastic sound system. And you think they would help me?
They would, if you wouldn't mind them moving in with you.
I guess I could live through a week or two of peaceful coexistence.
Great. I'll go talk to them then.
Sure. Let me know how it goes. Thanks, officer.
It's like, I like this, but the back and forth, you know? Like, okay, I talk to her, then I talk to them. Then I talk to her, then I talk to them. Too much going back and forth. Bring them over. Get them to bring the sound system over immediately. Whoa, you played 10 hours of Stardew Valley? That's awesome. Man, any game that can get you to play 10 hours is that's the sign of a good game. You're making me want to play Stardew Valley now. Oh, nice autosave.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
I'm here to talk about the church again.
Yes? What's the deal?
Good news, I managed to convince Suna. She's okay with you guys moving in, but on one condition. She needs your speakers for her project. Cool, man. Yeah, there's one trick in today's daily that is like ridiculous to pull off. I pulled it off twice on stream, and yeah, it's. Feel free to fast forward through some of it because it took me a lot of tries to be able to pull it off. I ended up not using the trick just because it's so finicky and difficult to land. Although Fashy and Neon Gold both say that they were pulling it off like 50% of the time. For me, it was like closer to 1%.
We are grateful, Copman. You're an augury of a new era of Nordic dance music.
The Speed Freak smiles happier than he's ever been before. I'm actually kind of hoping that her using the speaker blows out their speakers and then they're left with no speaker. I think that'd be the best thing. You're going to have to share space for a couple of weeks until she gets her research finished.
That's fine. We can manage.
He grins, excited.
And you're still sure about keeping our little side business, right?
Oh, you mean the illegal drug lab? There will be no shady shenanigans in the church, only love and enotic dance music. The fact that you're asking me again makes me think that you're going to go behind my back regardless.
Fine. We can make do. It's going to take us a bit to move our stuff inside. A couple of hours, maybe. Come check back later. Let's get moving.
Andre waves to the other Speed Freaks who will leave the tent. Alright, so we gotta come back later. Oh, the tent's gone. It's kind of funny how the tent's gone, but I still can't walk there. It's like the tent's there, but it's invisible. They should have made it so that I could walk on there. Or maybe I'm just nitpicking. Maybe I'm just nitpicking. Alright, let's go talk to the cryptozoologist. There was something else I needed to do. Have a look at my list of things. I can cross off... Actually, you know, I'll leave the church because we have to come back in a couple of hours. Yeah, I don't know. Cryptozoologist is kind of what I really think of to do. What's that? The beams are splintered. The bridge didn't collapse on its own. Artillery broke it. Well, maybe... Can I go? I really enjoyed this game, but the amount of invisible walls is a little bit annoying. Little bit annoying.
The once bright mural towers above you, saying, Feld Electrical, R&D. Tomorrow is just a whisper away.
Let's increase our shivers and check it out. After all, there's not too much more we can really do. I feel like we're kind of running out of options. Could have swore we had something to increase our shivers, but I could be mistaken. Oh, there's +1 shivers. And another +1 shivers. Let's have a quick look to see if there's any negative shiver effects.
The once bright mural towers above
Damn,
you.
8%.
Feld Electrical, R&D.
8% pretty much means that I have to roll boxcars. I need to roll 12. You know what? No, I'm not going to lock it. I'll leave it for another time. That's just... If it was closer to like 20%, I might have considered it, but...
A row of ghostly shades facing a crumbling wall.
Oh yeah, we did this.
With another 7 shades standing 10 meters.
Yeah.
A cold sea behind this building, the other one, once filled with engineers and designers of Feld Electric, now collapsed and dead, but for some rats. You feel drawn, for some reason, to the faded mural again.
Yeah, but when I've got 8%, can't really do anything with 8%. Oh, dude. Dude, we found him.
As you approach, the man turns and greets you with a polite wave.
Ah, super. It's the officer. I was not expecting to run into you again, but things have a funny way of turning out, no? What brings you down to the scenic Martinez coast?
I need your help forming a committee. I'm trying to assign la responsabilité.
My friend, if it's la responsabilité you're after, I have good news for you. There's no need to form such a committee, because it already exists.
God, of course it does. These moral intern types.
The Comité de Responsabilité de Revachol. It acts as a sort of clearinghouse for coalition activities. To put it simply, they are the ultimate arbiters of la responsabilité in this part of the world.
I don't know what that means.
Yes, this is just the sort of reasonable authority you're looking for.
Okay, sure I am.
I would offer to connect you with the committee myself, but alas, I am not actually in Martinez.
All right.
What? Where is he then? He's speaking figuratively. He means he's not in Martinez in his official capacity.
I got it. You're only here on personal business.
Précisément. Officially, I am still in La Delta, preparing for an upcoming conference on fuel oil derivatives. That's why it would be extremely irregular, or potentially even inappropriate for me to intercede with the committee concerning a district I'm not officially in.
How am I supposed to contact the committee then?
Well, under ordinary circumstances, the committee contacts you.
Okay.
In other words, the committee only knows what it wants to know.
But if you have information of a vital interest, they might be willing to entertain an exception. In which case, I would advise you to contact them via Coalition Warship Archer.
Wait, what's Coalition Warship Archer?
Officer, you mean to say that you haven't noticed the giant Coalition aerostatic peacefully patrolling the skies over Rivasham?
I have not.
You follow the man's gaze out toward the west. There, hanging some distance above the horizon, you can just make out a strange silhouette.
Cool.
It looks to your eye like some kind of long metallic fish suspended beneath a number of ceiling fans. Not just any fish. It moves like some ancient bottom feeder gliding over the ocean floor in search of prey. Don't let the paint job fool you. It's a goddamn killing machine, and there's nothing you can do to stop it.
Huh. Can't believe I never noticed it before.
That is part of the idea, of course. The Coalition doesn't want the people of Rivashol to feel that they are under a military occupation. That is why the Archer is always careful to maintain a constant, discreet distance.
Why do I need to go through Archer to speak to the committee?
You see, in addition to being an airborne artillery platform, Coalition Warship Archer is also the linchpin of the Coalition's surveillance and communications infrastructure in Rivashol.
Hold on, it's watching us too?
And listening. It has the most objective vantage point in the entire city. Not to mention a vast array of radio, photographic, and meteorological monitoring instruments.
So, if they're watching, wouldn't they have seen what happened in that murder?
I find it a great comfort to know there are benevolent powers watching over all, in strict accordance with the Wayfarer Act and the Bristlemüne Convention.
No, I don't feel good about a benevolent power watching over all. That kind of sounds like Big Brother. So how does one go about contacting a coalition warship?
This is quite the problem. Very tricky. Of course, the Archer has orders to fire on any unidentified aerostatics that might approach it. So it might be safer to get in touch from the ground. But in that case, you would require a radio transmitter capable of broadcasting on coalition frequencies. And that kind of technology naturally isn't typically available for non-coalition use. Yes, it is a bit of a conundrum.
Okay.
I suppose there might be some way to circuit bend your way onto those frequencies, but you'd have to be one of those techno-tinkerers to do it.
Do you know any of these tinkerers?
Unfortunately not, no. I don't have the pleasure. I am merely a representative of the coalition government, not very well versed in technology. But you...
Well, maybe the programmer, or maybe the junkie kids. It's kind of what I can only think of, really.
Sounds like something that programmer we met in the church might be able to help with.
Cool, yeah, that's what I said, the programmer.
Let me just say that I have complete confidence in the RCM. I'm sure you'll figure something out.
Actually, I was wondering what you're doing out here.
Well, that's très simple. I was visiting the fishing village just north of here. They have applied for a series of microloans to revitalize the old market. And well, I wished to see the situation firsthand. And then, well, I had some extra time on my hands, so I decided to stroll down here. It's quite peaceful, isn't it?
It's not quite my scene.
Well, you know what they say. In matters of taste, there can be no dispute. For my part, I find it quite invigorating.
Did you see all the bullet holes in that wall over there?
Ah? Is that what those pockmarks are? I might have guessed. Fascinating how much history is contained right here, if only one knows where to look for it.
You feel like there's something you could say here. If only you really knew what was going on.
Actually, there was something else I wanted to ask you about.
Ah bon? I'm all ears, officer.
Let's tell him about all the people shot.
Well, that's très simple. And then, well, I had some extra time on my hands, so I decided to stroll down here. It's quite peaceful, isn't it?
You do know there was a mass execution right over there.
Really? Here? How can you be sure?
It's sort of a gift I have. I can reconstruct things that have happened in the past. High-end detective stuff.
Ah, a very useful gift for a police detective, I'm sure. Fascinating how much history is contained right here. If only one knows where to look for it.
You feel like there's something you could say here. If only you really knew what was going on.
Ah bon? I'm all ears.
Failing. Okay.
Always my pleasure to be of assistance to the RCM. God's...
Let me see if I can improve my rhetoric. And pass that. Not seeing much rhetoric here. -1 rhetoric. Oh, there's +1 rhetoric. Let's try one more time.
Always my pleasure to be...
Oh, I can't talk to him anymore?
Always my pleasure...
Alright, well, I guess that's done and over with. Okay. Off we go, I guess. Let's go find the cryptozoologist and tell him to go back to his wife.
Hello, hello. What can I do for you, officer?
It's time to return to your woman, Morel. Or your woman. It's time to return to your woman, Morel.
By woman, you mean
Woman.
my wife, I assume. I will return to her, but I can't leave before we finish with these traps. My wife understands that just as well as anyone.
He looks south where Lena would be.
Come on, Morel. We've been soaking out here for days. It's time to go back.
Yeah, listen to Gary.
And leave the traps? Absolutely not. I won't let Lena down.
Come on, she wants us back. I'm soaked up to my nuts over here. We'll both catch reed crabs if we don't dry out soon.
Reed crabs? I didn't know the phasmid was so important to Lena.
Of course it's important to her. She's seen it. A verified sighting, on record. One of only 4 this century, and it's hers.
Really? She's sighted the phasmid? She didn't tell me that.
Yes, that's how we first came to know one another, in fact. But that's her story to tell, not mine.
So now I'm supposed to go back and talk to her? Really?
Suffice to say, it's long been our dream to find proof of the Insulindian phasmid together. I can't abandon course now.
Another cough into his fist this time. Maybe you could go back to the whirling, warm up, come back to check the traps later.
No, no, no. The traps need to be monitored on a regular schedule. What would we do if the phasmid were to starve while we were sipping tea at the hostel?
He's dead set on this.
What if we check the traps for you? I'm sure he's gonna say no.
I didn't expect you to take such an interest in our work here, officer.
He looks at you with obvious surprise. Cryptozoology and detective work are very similar.
Yes, indeed. Both require a great deal of research, attention to detail, and, above all, persistence.
Where are these traps?
There are 4 in total. One is to the south, on this little peninsula, by the boathouses there. It's very near. Another we set in Land's End, to the northeast. It's behind a small sand dune there, on your way to the old radio tower, after the church.
Okay, northeast after the church, south of here.
The third is set near the canal, where you crossed, by a concrete slab. A big thicket of reeds going up the slope, and among them...
He gestures to the trap in front of him. Okay, so...
You
okay,
should
canal.
check at least one of those before returning to this one, since I just said it. This one's more of a technicality, but still, better safe and stupid than sorry.
Better safe and stupid than sorry? Interesting.
That seems like a lot. Do we really have time for this extracurricular venture?
What? Aren't you having fun?
Even relative to examining a week-old corpse, I'm not sure mucking about in the reeds qualifies as fun. But have it your way, detective.
What do I do if there's a phasmid in one of the traps?
Bring it to me at once. Just make sure the trap is closed tight.
Cool.
He's not comfortable with the possibility that you'll claim the find, but he's lying about this even to himself.
What if I encounter the phasmid in the wild?
That's highly unlikely, officer. But in the event you do, I'll spray you with a pheromone mixture I developed. It's made of musk and research chemicals. The pheromone should attract the insect to you, or at least prevent it from bolting at the sight of you. It's quite potent. Will last you about a week.
Oh, man. I don't want him stinking me up. I don't want this, thank you very much.
Your choice. As I said, the chances of you encountering the phasmid are next to zero.
Yeah, exactly. So, I don't need some stank on me.
But you feel you should have it on you. Something bad might happen.
What? Really?
Don't mess around. Take the pheromone. It'll make you sexier.
Really? Okay. Okay, this is the one time the game told me with two of my things, electrochemistry and inland empires, telling me I should spray myself. I personally don't think I should spray myself. If this turns out to be a bad idea, I'm no longer listening to inland empire and electrochemistry. Electrochemistry has been wrong numerous times. Inland empire, I kind of trust. Okay, let's do it. I've changed my mind. Spray me with lots of pheromone. Present in my armpit. He douses you with the odd-smelling spray, a double helping as you present your other armpit, and then gives you a satisfied nod.
This is the smell of dying reeds, of longing crumbling into the water.
I hope you're not buying this. He dispenses it without letting you touch the canister, so it would be precious like holy water.
It is precious. A single dose cost me 50 real to develop. Not that I expect you to understand self-financing one's own research.
He looks at the lieutenant with disdain, then puts the spray back in his pocket. I'm ready. Let's get to it.
Right. Which means you two can pack up and go back to the whirling.
Finally, someone's talking sense.
Thank you for your help. Gary and I will start breaking down camp. If you have any more questions, now's the time to ask. We'll be gone once you get to it.
No, we're good. All right, let's go down south first. He said over by some shacks here. There it is. There's a trap. There's one.
There's a trap in the reeds at your feet. Looks like the same one you saw Morel set before. Same mesh, same wiring.
Let's look around.
Behind you, the ruins of a residential building rise over the reeds, shielding them from the wind. The reeds rustle confidently. When this district was booming, the reeds were kept at bay. Nothing obscured the freshly painted facades. Nowhere for drunks and adventurous teenagers to hide. Now only the wind blows.
Excuse me. Sorry, I sneezed. Let's reach for the trap.
Locusts are crawling around in the trap, confused but uneaten. You see no carnivorous reed phasmid gorging on them.
Big surprise. Anyway, one down, 3 to go.
Thanks, Robert. No need to grin. I'm not expecting to find anything. I'm helping some citizens and getting some fresh air.
I meant no offense. Just...
The lieutenant doesn't know how to finish the sentence. He looks at you, putting the trap back on the ground. Let's leave. Alright, let's... Yeah, we can't go this way, so we gotta go this way and around. We'll go to... Cool, nice. I like it when it auto-saves. We'll go to the dam first, or whatever you want to call it. That looks like one of those traps too, but I can't interact with it. Anyway. Oh, what's that? That's something new. What is this? Anyway, yeah, well, so we'll go to the dam, or whatever you want to call it. Then we'll go north of the church. Then we'll check. And maybe when we're at the church, we'll also go and talk to what's-her-face. We found some glasses. Those look pretty sweet. Hey, we found the second trap.
A familiar apparatus lies among the reeds. Another one of Morel's traps, weighed down by stones to keep it in place.
Let's look around.
The reeds bend forlornly toward the sand. You see slabs of concrete north. In the east, the city center hums to you. The constant, distant song, louder on this part of the coast, nearer somehow. And there's that cold again. Always the cold.
Let's reach for the trap.
This trap is also full of panicked locusts. No sign of any cryptozoological beast inside.
Another empty trap.
How are you enjoying the cardio, Lieutenant? I'm quite enjoying it myself.
Always up for a good jog. Otherwise, would I still be on this case with you?
He smiles and raises his collar. It's windy. I want to check some other stuff out. I feel like... Oh. The wind is corralled by the 4-story building around this yard. It seems like often when I go back to places, there's stuff there that wasn't there previously. I think some things show up based on, like, time. Or, like, how much time passes. I still don't know where this little girl is. The one that might have the other piece of equipment. Let's talk to these kids.
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone.
No.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
Oh, hey, she can wash it for me. I found this jacket, but it's filthy. Could you wash it for me?
I can wash it for you, but it's going to take about a half an hour. Think you can stay put for that long?
Yeah, for sure.
I could use a breather. It's been another track and field day.
The lieutenant says, rubbing his thigh. Yeah, I'll wait.
Well, hand it over then, and I'll see what I can do.
Cool, I was not expecting her to wash it.
Must say, I'm proud of this one. It's pretty nice underneath all that filth. I hope you take better care of it than its last owner.
Goodbye, I'm off. So... Hey, there it is. Damn. So I could give it back to those guys, or I could keep it for myself. I wish I could sort clothes by what type they are. Because I don't know if I want to give them that. It's a pretty sweet jacket, but on the other hand, you know what? Let's give it to them. I'm sure we'll get a good chunk of XP. If I don't get any, if I get less than 30 XP for giving it back to them, I'm gonna be pissed. Oh, there's the hobos.
The legend! He's back. And firstly, I got smokes and piss and a little speed to spice things up.
Quite the business venture you've set up here.
Oh. The system's been good to old Rosemary here, and I'm milking her like a bitch goat in the backyard.
You're milking her like a bitch goat in the backyard. What do you mean?
You see, friend, man makes his own luck, and I made mine real good. Got my hands on 3 bottles of liquor ex-squeeze, sold 2 to the fellows around here, and immediately invested the profit. Bought cigarettes, bought beer, even bought a bit of speed. And look at me now. I've got everyone on my hook.
He spreads his arms and smiles a crooked, toothless smile.
The hook. Where is it? I can't see it.
Oh, I'm not gonna say that. It's kind of funny. I'm tempted to say it, but I don't think I will. Looks like you're on your own hook too.
Of course, of course, of course. It is what it is, you know. What
It
it's
is.
always been. People, buddy boy. It's the people.
It is what it is.
Tequila Sunset.
Okay, here's your jacket, fresh washed.
My jacket?
Yeah, the one you had me clean the seagull shit off of.
A look of consternation crosses the man's face. He looks at you, then at his bottle, then back at you.
Fine, I'll keep it for myself, dude.
What the fuck are you talking about, Tequila?
So you're saying this isn't your jacket?
Found? That's medium concept stuff, not my style at all. I can't believe I'm saying this, but maybe you should lay off the booze. It's fucking with your head.
Sure, dude.
It becomes abundantly clear to you how this man managed to lose his keys, business, friends, and girlfriend.
No kidding.
I'm calling it. It's neurological.
No, I'm keeping it. Your loss. I'm keeping the jacket for myself.
That shit is so medium concept, I wouldn't touch it with a stick. But yeah, okay. I'm sure it looks great on you.
It will look great on me. It's got 2 positive stats and 1 negative. That's pretty damn awesome, if you ask me.
It's an okay jacket, if you are into that look.
I am. What's it to you, Kim? Have you got any more stories?
I do. But as you can see, my fuel tank is running quite low. If you catch my drift.
Let's give him the Pilsner. Here, I've got a potent Pilsner.
Not much, but it will do.
He grabs the bottle from your hand and uncorks it immediately.
The tale I'm about to tell you is an urban legend particular to Martinez. That said, I first heard it from a former bicycle courier in Koran. There are many variations on the basic story, and the details often conflict. What everyone agrees on is that nobody knows the exact nature or identity of the phenomenon.
Okay, so tell us about the phenomena.
Are you telling the story of the headless...
Shut the fuck up, Rosemary. Summer of 44. 17-year-old Gertrude Het is walking home from a late shift at the harbor. It's almost midnight. She stops for a cigarette near the canal.
The streets are warmed by a southerly breeze. The lights of a passing motor carriage bloom and fade in the distance. In the harbor's dark, her cigarette is a beacon, dancing alone. The image comes to you effortlessly, as though you'd walked the same streets yourself 1,000 times.
Our heroine finds herself enjoying the peace and quiet the canal provides.
He looks up to the skies as if searching for peace himself.
What she doesn't know is that her peace is about to be shattered. From behind her comes the clattering of hooves. Startled, she turns around, and what does she see?
A horse?
Well, yes, but it's the man on the horse that's of interest here. A man...
The pause is long and dramatic.
With no head on his shoulders. Wearing a found tracksuit, searching for the legendary found cap that went missing when he lost his head.
Whoa.
Whoa is right, my friend. Gertrude Het may have been the first to witness the headless found rider, but she wasn't the last. Oh no.
Tell him about the 2 feminists by the locks.
Fuck, Rosemary, they were dating. No one said they were feminists. Everyone always misremembering this stuff.
This wouldn't be the De Ponte Delgado case, would it?
What? You know it?
I've read the case file. But please, go on.
Interesting.
Right. Early autumn of 46. Ula DuPont and Eva Delgado are fishing near the waterlock long after the sun has set. The wind picks up. A sky already dark now blackens. Water starts falling from above. The first cold rain of the season.
2 women stand on a small outcropping of rocks. One of them is wearing a purple raincoat. Thin lines reach out from the rods into the sea. Small droplets start appearing on the surface with increasing frequency.
The women are caught. They act quickly. Eva gathers the rods whilst Ula turns around to reach for the tackle box. When she sees something, her shriek is so violent that the residents of the nearby apartment building believe lightning has struck. But there is no lightning. Only a heavy downpour and the silhouette of the headless found rider looming on the horizon. Ula makes a run for the shore, but Eva slips on a wet rock and disappears into the cold, cold canal with nary a sound. Her body is never recovered.
He looks you straight in the eye. What did the case file say, Kim?
Naturally, Ula de Ponte became the prime suspect in the disappearance of Eva Delgado. De Ponte maintained that it was the so-called headless fallen rider and that she ran, fearing for her life.
He adjusts his glasses.
During the investigation, it became apparent that there was a love triangle, the third party being some small-time businessman. I don't remember the exact details. The leading theory was that an argument broke out on the jetty and De Ponte pushed Delgado into the canal, then cooked up this stupid cover story.
Was she arrested?
No. She committed suicide before she could be taken into custody. They found her in the bathroom with a rifle, her face slowly peeling off the ceiling.
Nice.
Not a pretty scene.
Nice.
Man, that's some grisly detail. Oh well. Here's to another case closed.
He takes a hearty swing from his bottle.
Anyway, that's the story of the headless Fallen Rider. Pretty crazy, huh?
Who was the headless rider before he died?
Well, Tequila, that's part of the legend. No one knows for sure. There are a couple of possibilities, though. Some say he was an undercover cop who blew his cover and got beheaded by the vicious gang he had infiltrated. Now he rides, searching for his lost-found cap, plotting revenge. Others claim he was a professional jockey who veered off course during a steeplechase, ended up in somebody's backyard, and got decapitated by an exceptionally taut clothesline. Personally, I think he was just some guy who hanged himself from a really tall tree, and the fall was so violent that his head came clean off. Coincidentally, at that exact moment, a horse happened to pass under him, and his beheaded corpse mounted it, where it remains to this day. But then, no one really knows.
That's funny.
For some reason, this does strike you as the most plausible theory of them all.
I've got to agree. I'm going to go with Inland Empire. I'll follow it. I'm going to just follow it. I've got to agree. Your theory sounds the most plausible. I really don't think it does. I think it's the least plausible, but I'm just going with what my Inland Empire is saying.
Isn't it? All the pieces fit together perfectly. That's how I know it's right.
The story is absolutely amazing.
Anyway, to each his own. You want to hear any other stories?
That's nothing. I've got an even crazier story.
Yeah? Why don't you go eat shit, Tequila? There's no way you know a better one than that.
Yeah? Actually, you're right. Nothing comes to mind.
Damn right it doesn't. So why don't you just shut up and leave it to the master?
Alright. Okay. Whatever became of the Headless Fallen Rider?
No one knows. Some say he stalks Martinez to this day, and can be seen near the canal when the clock strikes midnight.
Oh. Okay, so I want to go to the canal around midnight. Okay, we're doing this. We've got 11 hours to go, but we will do this. Eventually. Mark my word, we're staying up until midnight tonight.
He won't, though, because it's just a stupid legend.
Aye, I saw him one night when I was right shit-faced.
Sure you did. Have you got any more urban myths?
I actually do have one. The strangest of them all. But I'll need to fortify myself before I can tell that one. Do you have anything to fortify old Doom Spiral? Tell me you got some story juice.
I don't have any on me right now.
If you find any, I'd be extremely grateful.
Alright.
Okay, let's step aside for a second. I have something I want to talk about.
Oh, interesting. Kim wants to talk about something. That's interesting. Okay, Kim. What are we talking about, Kim?
I've been meaning to have a little chat with you about your sense of style.
What? My style? What about it?
It's just, well, you look more like a high-flying businessman than a police officer.
Why don't you go get bent, Kim? Yeah, well, yeah. You never know when you're going to need to pitch a business proposal.
Oh, God. Don't start talking like those people do. You know the expression, the clothes make the man? The right outfit in the right situation can make all the difference in the world.
I'm not taking... I don't know what a mega binoclard is, but I'm going to say it anyway. I'm not taking style tips from someone who dresses like a mega binoclard.
Yes, and this mega binocular knows how to sew a lapel and center a back vent.
The lieutenant raises one eyebrow at me.
That's why his clothes fit so well.
So if you want to wake up next to anyone other than Commodore Red, you might do well to take notes. Anyway, we should probably get back to the case. Let's go.
Maybe I should have listened to him. Oh well. Let's check this. Oh, I can go inside. I've never been in here before. Industrial coal pellets burn with an orange glow. Oh! The girl!
Hello, mister.
A young girl barely 4 or 5 years old sits on the sofa. She is looking at you with frank curiosity.
She clutches a small stuffed animal. Occasionally, she twirls it around.
I heard there was a little girl here who has armored gloves. Is that you?
Oh, I had gloves. Very big ones. Heavy, too.
Where did you get these gloves?
Found them when Lemmy and I were playing hide and seek. In an empty house. Where no one lives. I think someone hid them there.
And where are the gloves now?
I hid them. The twins were gonna take them. They're stupid.
They are stupid. She lifts her stuffed toy and looks into its one remaining eye as though searching for confirmation.
We're going to need those gloves. It's for important police business.
He enunciates the last 2 words carefully.
Oh.
She doesn't seem to understand, but the lieutenant's tone has conveyed to her the important part.
They're in my sandcastle. Behind our house. Under the sand. You can break the castle. It's not very good.
Cool. Are the twins outside your brothers?
Yes. They don't want to play with me. They're older and play outside. They look the same. Sometimes I can't tell them apart.
They look identical, right? I said the same thing.
They look identical.
She slowly processes the word, then snickers with laughter. What's that? Point at the stuffed bird hanging from the ceiling.
It's a grouse.
She yelps, smiling broadly.
You might be able to get on Gart's good side. If you replace the broken skewer, you almost certainly broke.
Yes, but what's it for?
I don't know.
Can I have it? I know someone who really likes stuffed birds.
Sure, just go and get it. I don't like it anyway. It looks angry.
Cool.
All right. You just need to grab it from the ceiling and go.
What's that thing you're holding?
It's Lammy. He's my friend. Sort of. Like...
She holds the fuzzy beast up to demonstrate.
Lambie is a stuffed lamb that, admittedly, has seen better days. One of the eye buttons is missing, and the fur is tattered in several parts.
Lammy looks soft.
Yes. Very soft.
Suddenly, she pushes the stuffed animal toward my face. I'll press my cheek against Lammy.
Isn't he soft?
Are you Lillian's daughter?
Yes, I am. Little Lily. You know my mom?
Yes, we met earlier.
That's nice. My mom is great. She's never angry or anything.
Do you know anyone named Ruby?
Ruby. Ruby.
Suddenly, the girl gets all serious and leans in, as if she's about to tell you a secret.
My mom tells me I'm a big girl, but she doesn't know that I can't say Earl. Or sometimes I can, but then
Kids.
The lieutenant shakes his head. All right, goodbye.
Bye!
Let's take it. All right, cool. We can give that to the dude. I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else in here. So we can get the gloves from behind here. There should be a sandcastle that we can break. That looks like a sandcastle.
Weather has not been kind to Lily's little sandcastle. The once mighty towers are quickly eroding away. You can see something shining back to you from what must have been a vast underground catacomb network.
Reach in the catacombs and pull out the shiny object.
The walls and floors give way to the giant's greed, collapse and present you with a pair of ceramic gauntlets.
That's awesome.
Congratulations. That's the gauntlets down then. We're doing good on the armor collection front.
Cool, he's with me on it. It's nice. Oh.
Winter, slow to let go of Revachol. Flecks some more wet snow from above.
Let's look around.
The snow falls lazily, making the beach sand paler still, mixing with the rust-colored sewage runoff.
Gross.
And to think, it seemed as though it were already spring.
How does it feel?
You're warm in your hat and your coat. Like a well-equipped explorer, you comfortably survey the white landscape.
What's in the west?
More winding coastlines lined with abandoned buildings. Crumbling piers, salt water lapping at their dark piles. Grey and red forgotten city blocks. what remains of the pre-revolutionary effort to gentrify the coast.
And beyond that?
The waters turn black. Coal City in the shadow of San Martin, a boom town. Back when coal extracted from countless shafts near the city was needed to power Revachol. No more. The coal was supplanted by petroleum from the ocean floor and hydropower from the Esperance. Everything crumbled. These days, only the weakest remain in Coal City. Their hopes of getting rich linger in the defunct shafts under their feet.
What is there?
Below the old mines, L'Océan Municipal, Revachol's underground cemetery. Le Petit Rat braved the underground passageways, trying to get to Le Royaume.
Le Petit Rats?
Children under 14, they go underground looking for artifacts to sell to foreign museums, and for fabled relics. Their parents let them. They go deeper.
Deeper?
After rubies, Melchiorite, lapis lazuli, plundered from Safle and Seol during the time of the suzerain. In the burial chambers of the kings, Grand old Philip, Guillaume II, and even in the mausoleum of Philip the Opulent. 2 kilometers underground, in a winding shaft along whose walls mirrors have been placed, so that daylight may eternally fall upon the richest of all the kings. The mausoleum contains untold quantities of gold, and that special, purest of the pure magenta cocaine, favored by Revacholian royalty. How can it be pure if it's magenta?
How can it be pure if it's magenta?
Snow falls, and there is no answer. Some things are not for mortals to know.
Interesting. Wipe the snow from my shoulder.
Few Petit Rats return from the shafts. Even fewer find what they're looking for. A small child steps out of the black tunnel with silver trinkets in her pockets. All around her, white snow on the extinguished coke furnaces and on the weather-worn shacks where fathers beat their sons after drinking. The snow melts on your fingers, turning to water.
My cats are going crazy, so I'm just going to take a 2-minute break. I'm going to give them a snack, and hopefully that'll appease them for the rest of the stream. So just give me a 2-minute break here. All right. Kitty cat's got their treat. Let's where's Ruby? No, you know what? Let's check each. Let's check each direction, and then we'll check for Ruby. What's north?
The abandoned church, its walls covered with hoarfrost now. One of Lisette's sœurs. The other 6 sisters were destroyed during the revolution.
And further north?
A serpentine strip of land weaving its way into the Martinez Inlet. Unfortunates on the run from the law, from themselves, sometimes hide out on nearby islets. Little dots in the ocean that are occasionally submerged when the tide is high and the weather foul.
And on the islets?
The remains of a camp on a jagged piece of rock, a tent, old dishes and cutlery, long since abandoned. A hermit crab scuttles among the debris, looking for a new shell. Further out, the lights burn bright on Resurrection, way beyond Martinez. A popular spa destination for ample-bodied Ozon kids with equally ample pockets.
And on the other side of the inlet?
Then there's Ozon, but the snow falls too thick. You cannot see that far.
Before that, before the curtains are drawn?
The Bay of Revachol. Vastness, great depth, over 1,200 meters at its deepest. Water, air brinier than here. It is crisscrossed by huge cargo ships bearing company logos. Wild pines, Zam, Morien, and at the farthest reaches of the Bay of Revachol, the shadow of the Coalition warship Archer, on perpetual patrol duty, ready to unleash artillery fire if you were to rise up against the market. You shudder.
What's in the south?
The raised motorway, 881, separating Martinez from Jamrock. Vehicles whoosh past one another day and night, while those who reside in the labyrinthine alleyways beneath the motorway attempt to carry on with their lives in the snow and the slush. And south of the 881 is the Pox.
The Pox?
Was once a park, a place for reflection and recuperation for the patients of the old military hospital. In the 20s, it was used as a quarantine center during a measles outbreak that killed many children. Most everyone has avoided the hospital and surrounding park ever since. The Pox is completely wild now. Evergreen thickets covered in snow and industrial dust. Feral dogs and even wolves roaming in packs. The police try to keep the deepest corners cordoned off.
Hello, Skulltown Road. I plan on streaming The Binding of Isaac tomorrow afternoon. Probably around 1:30 p.m. Mountain Time. So I think you're in Europe. So I think that's... Am I correct that you're in Europe? If you're in Europe, that would be like evening time for you. Anyway, 1:30 Mountain Time. You can always Google it and see what 1:30 Mountain Time is in your time zone. But still.
Heavy drug users do slip through and hole up in the old military hospital, hoping to find something to get high on among the hastily abandoned supplies, or just to overdose in peace.
Further south?
A line of motor garages with armored carapaces hunched in the cold. A mechanic is hard at work, patching up bullet holes in the side of a Capri 40. These are the garages of Precinct 41. Snow settles on the roof of the repurposed silk mill. It serves as your station. Shivering RCM personnel hurry in and out of the main entrance. Around you, the snow continues to fall. To the west, the ocean swells.
No, it was home. I want more.
The stairs descend to central Jamrock. A man named Cooklove has a snow-covered stall there, in the market across the bridge. He sells kebab infested with fly larvae to your colleagues who believe eating it will make them immune to food poisoning.
Ugh.
Snow falls on the utility district, the library, the florist, the Sarah Mauritian restaurant that offers homemade wine, and also on the brothels and drug dens, and the chop shops of the Zemlyaki. All of this built around a lake that formed in a meteorite strike. At the center of this lake, there is a little ship. There are lights at the bottom of its hull. They are lights directed toward the seafloor, looking for something, like whiskers.
For what?
A chill comes over you, crawling down your back. The sand under your feet is wet. Somewhere in the south, tarpaulin flap in the wind.
What's in the east?
The canal you crossed to get here and beyond it. Martinez proper, the district the police forgot to police. There is laughter, lights, attempts at entrepreneurial activity, cynicism. Someone is scraping snow off their windshield at the roundabout, in the midst of which a statue of Philip III serves as a destination for grade school field trips and a fine perch for winter birds.
That's all?
Like all monuments, it's also a warning. 6-story ruins on the south side of the roundabout cast a long shadow over the profligate king.
And further?
A fenced-off yard. There's a truck belonging to a logistics company parked next to the gate. Bright light from a building behind the fence reflects off its hood. Clean white light coming from the windows of a clean cube-shaped office building hidden amidst ruins. A secret.
What's below me?
Layer upon layer of sand, poisoned with industrial runoff. The storm drainage, hidden bunkers. Rats scuttle.
Tell me a secret of the sands. Wind.
Someone stuffed a big old polar anorak into a concrete pipe under the boardwalk. It would keep you warm. You would probably never happen across it. But who knows?
Someone stuffed a big old polar anorak, I don't know what an anorak is, into a concrete pipe under the boardwalk. It would keep you warm. You would probably never happen across it, but who knows? Okay. Where is Ruby?
Near. Snow falls into dark water. She prays, though she doesn't believe. There is a hum in the air.
She's in the church?
That's all.
Stomp your feet for warmth, brushing off the snow.
We should keep moving. Who knows when the snow will let up.
I think she might be in the church. Let's check the other 2 traps. This is too far for the trap. Oh, there it is.
This trap's not too hard to spot, once you know what to look for. Keeping it hidden has not been a priority for the cryptozoologist.
Let's look around.
The reeds shake sadly in the coastal breeze, weighed down by rain. They seem to be waiting for something. The wind picks up here, near the Cape's end, surrounding the narrow strip of land from 3 cardinal directions. It's cold for this time of year.
Let's reach for the trap.
Nothing but locusts in this trap as well. Definitely no cryptozoological monstrosity.
Empty as all of them. One more of these and we are done.
His face is red from the cold sea air. He crouches to catch his breath. You getting tired?
No, I'm fine. I didn't mean to complain, it's just...
He's short-winded. The sentence ends there. Well, we're close to the last trap, so let's do the last trap and then we'll go back to the church. I thought we were close to the last trap. Okay, no, we're not. Okay, let's go to the church first and then we'll check out the trap, the final trap. I've got a sneaking suspicion that Ruby is in the church. What do you mean, file not found? Alright, let's talk to her.
Yes, what is it?
It's not a paying job, but could you help me contact Coalition Warship Archer?
Do I look like someone who has time for side projects at this moment?
She doesn't even look up from her computer.
If you want her help, maybe you should help her first.
Now that the Ravers are settled in, can you help me contact Coalition Warship Archer?
It's true. The drug fiends have made themselves quite comfortable. But I still have a great deal of work to do.
This project is immensely important to her. She's not going to help you until it's finished.
If you're desperate for collaborators now, I suggest you ask your new friends. They seem to have plenty of time for side projects.
Okay. How's the project going? I see that your neighbors have moved in, but all I hear is Enotic dance music.
What? What did you say?
You can barely hear her over the thumping bass of Enotic dance music. I said, how's the project going?
I can't hear you! The music is too loud!
The project, how is it going?
Oh, the project! It's not going well!
Why?
There's that guy! I need him to plug a 3.5 cable into the auxiliary input so that I can route the audio signal through the mixer into the speakers.
I need him to plug a 3.5 cable into the auxiliary input, 3.5 into auxiliary. Okay. Why don't you just ask him?
He doesn't listen to me! He only ever seems to care about hardcore and Yekukata! A place to be, apparently!
I'll speak to him, see what I can do.
Thanks! Maybe you can get through his magic rhymes!
She does jazz hands to mock him.
Let me know how it goes!
Alright. Hardcore!
The place to be! Make some noise, my church people!
Large speakers are set up behind the young man blasting a familiar song.
He stands on stage behind a table, nodding along to the music and waving his hand in the air. In front of him, the audio mixer. One reel spinning. The other reel deck is empty. Cables run hither and thither. On one side you see an aux with the number 4.5 written next to it.
Ed, can you please route Suna's signal through your speakers?
To the
dagger! Yeah! I can route it through auxiliary! What kind of a cable does she use? 3.5 or 4.5?
It's 3.5, no doubt about it. It's on the ground. Point to it.
Oh, she uses 3.5. Yeah. The auxiliary lining is 4.5 millimeter. These two don't mix.
Oh no, we're going to be in this church forever.
Don't worry, I have an adapter for it right here.
He searches for the cable on the ground and picks it up, looking at the jack.
Hang on, this is a 4.5. We're all good people!
With a grin, he sticks the plug into the auxiliary line in. You hear a satisfying click.
Great! Someone got through to him. Okay, let's get it all set up. Can we turn the music off, please?
Egg, the music.
Everybody! Everybody! Don't panic! I'm going to turn off the on-off for just a sec. For a special scheduled event. The on-off will be back, but we're doing something else for one moment. Alright, go tell her that Egghead is ready to rave to her tunes, and then I'll turn off the music.
How do you like it in the church?
Yeah! Back on the case! No disgrace! Bring it down to party place! The first page of the second chapter!
His voice echoes all around the grand hall.
Could it be? Maybe for him, you only have a chapter or two left in you. Last of the penultimate, more like.
This dude should be cool with me now.
You got us in, cop! I can't believe you got us in!
He looks around the hall, examining the carpentry.
Between you and me, I don't know if you've noticed this about me. I'm a little suspicious of authority. But you really came through for the hardcore underground.
I did.
Yes, you really came through for the hardcore underground. How come?
Andre is busy cutting some slightly less lame, but still quite ungainly shapes on the church floor, sweating profusely. Estelle using her contact mic to listen to a tree underwater. The one with the large head is blasting the dance track on repeat, while the stained glass window behind him is rattling from the bass. Sire, the tent. 'Twas a security risk. And in here, sanctuary. 'Twas only noble of you.
It's kind of ridiculous, but I'll say it. I did it for mankind. Or do I? Better here than in that tent. It wasn't safe.
Okay.
The lieutenant keeps it laconic. Could you use your sign sense to help me contact a coalition warship?
Trying to get a line with the big bad, are ya? Those are some serious frequencies you want to mess with.
Come on, Noid. I think we owe him.
Estelle's right. He's one of us now. Yeah, alright. But if you're going to sync up with them, you're gonna need a serious wave generator of your own. You understand what I'm saying?
What about the radio relay tower at Land's End? Is that serious enough?
Not likely. Scoped that spot a while back. It's shortwave stuff, mostly commercial. Plus it's all rusted out. built it ourselves! We built this nightclub, we can build anything!
Wait, could we build a radio transmitter ourselves?
Yeah, maybe. Tech-wise, radio's not the spookiest thing around. Our part's finding an antenna big enough to align with those megalo frequencies. An antenna hardcore enough to shake the whole world! Maybe not that big, but pretty big.
Alright, let's come up with a site for a mega long-wave radio antenna.
Close your eyes. Unfold your mental map of Martinez. It's morning. You're standing on the plaza before the whirling in rags. The wind pushes a piece of tear across the cracked tiles. From the north comes the malicious laughter of two children.
Let's turn to face the traffic circle.
You turn around. The morning sun is blinding. You bring your hand to your brow, and a great shadow materializes before you. A towering beast, frozen in mid-air.
The statue of Philippe III. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Centaur Man is made of metal. With the right gear, we could make it work. Yeah! Connect the Centaur to the lorries! Unite the whole roundabout in hardcore waves! Huh? Sounds like Egg saying you could use some of the spare cables to rig up the stalled motor lorries and increase the wavelength, which would pretty much make the old roundabout one giant antenna.
Cool.
One roundabout! One wavelength! Hardcore!
As long as it gets the job done, I'm not interested in the details.
You're really going about this the wrong way then. The details are the best part.
Okay.
We have the amps! We have the cables! We're almost ready! Yeah! He's right. All we're missing now is the transceiver itself. Soon as you find one, we'll be all set.
Where am I supposed to find a radio transceiver?
I don't know. Buy one? Steal one? I don't know your cop ways.
Okay, so... But we got...
And before you ask, no, you can't have the radio from my kinema.
Do you think the pawn shop will have one?
Maybe. If you want to pay money like some kind of money lord, yeah, pawn shop could have one.
Doesn't he have something we could use?
Can't do it. We just got this place set up. Can't go risking Egg's most important equipment.
Do radio computers have transceivers in them?
Yeah, probably. Thing is, you'd have to be an engineer to get it out. I'd stick with regular radios if I were you.
I think I saw a radio in that office near the harbor.
Some equipment from Harbour could work. Worth the legwork at least.
Okay, I think I know where that is. Alright. I guess I need to find one of these transceivers then.
While you're gone, me and Egg will get the rest of the gear together. Meet us back here when you got it.
What's with the clothes?
They're hardcore.
That's
They're
it?
just clothes.
I thought there would be more to it.
It's just a style, you know. Normal hard style. Anyone can wear it.
What do you think of the church?
It's a miracle of carpentry. Their bodies carved into total shapes. Now it can be something more.
How do you like the glasswork?
I don't. Fucker giving me the evil eye.
That's her Innocence Dolores Day. Mind your words.
You defend her, law minion. She was a mass murderer. What's up with that?
Mellow, man, mellow. No one's a mass murderer. This is a house of love.
Mass murder on the floor!
Isn't she supposed to be an embodiment of the world spirit?
The world spirit does not have a body. It has organs. Hardcore is an organ of the world spirit.
He raises his left hand.
This Arno van Eyck track is an organ. The carpentry and glass cutting that built this house are also organs. She's a thief, if you ask me. An organ thief. All innocences are.
Yeah, but who isn't accused of being a mass murderer these days?
No one says Arno van Eyck is a mass murderer. The Anodic pioneer Rietveld is not a mass murderer. He is not accused of mass murder. Likewise, no one says Jermaine Egghead or Andre are mass murderers. You can live entirely outside that suspicion. Billions of people go about not being guilty of mass murder. Just not her.
But she's the innocence of humanism. Humanism seems to be a pretty big deal around here.
Humanism leads to eating sugar and pigs. Humanism was invented to mass produce billions of humans. Billions of humans can mass produce hundreds of billions of pigs.
What?
And many, many more tons of sugar.
She liked games. Her legacy, the thing we live in, isn't real life. It's a strategy for some kind of victory against a long-dead opponent. But, yo, I'm only annoyed. What do I know?
Hey Dylan, welcome to the stream. Nice to have you here. I take it you're taking a break from Dying Light 2? Would you say she was, you know, human? No, Mega Satan is not supposed to be the hardest boss. I think Hush and Delirium are definitely supposed to be harder, and Mother and Beast as well, so like the 5th most difficult?
I like this question, Cop Man. She did not live the life of a human. She lived like someone who's playing a game. The life of an operator. That's not the life that humans live. She was adored. Humans aren't. I don't know about you, but they hate me. And they do not think I'm innocent or some shit like that.
I don't know what you're talking about. I have thousands of fans. I am surrounded by love and support all the time.
Fame is a false existence. It doesn't happen inside the head.
You mean hard in general? Yeah, it's supposed to be a hard boss, but not the hardest. You're refilling the tank after that one? Cool. How far into the game are you? I wasn't there for the start of the stream. I came in about, I think, an hour and 20 minutes in. Did you start playing the game on stream, or were you playing it before you started streaming? If I were to rank the final bosses, where would I rank each of them? You know what, Merritt? That is an excellent question. That would probably be better that I address that at an Isaac stream. So I would say come back tomorrow during my Isaac stream and ask me the same question, and I will give you my thoughts then. How's that sound? Hello, Esau. Welcome to the stream. Nice to have you here. But she's pretty.
She invented the beauty you're feeling. She and her glass cutters and iconographers. You set the standard, all right. Then you meet it. It's effective like that, but it is also very soft of core. That so-called beauty of hers.
Then it seems I like it soft, because...
You wouldn't be the first. Millions liked her. She's got those mass-murdering lips.
Yeah, I'm done talking about her. I don't want to think about her anymore.
What a strange choice of words.
You've done 2 missions. You're about 20 minutes into the game when you started the stream. Okay. So you've barely scratched the surface of that steaming dung pile.
That can't be healthy. What's happening here? Why do you keep coming back to this window?
It's a nice window.
Why do you keep saying that if it isn't making you feel well? Don't come back to this anymore. Stop talking about that damn window.
Okay. How are you settling in?
Hard to say, cop man. Signs in here are distinctly wild. Gonna take a while before everything's properly synced. I did get to talk to the crabman, though.
The surface is now scratched? Cool. You mean Tiago?
Anyway, he's been giving me kind of a psychic rundown of this place. Dude's seen some crazy shit, but he's actually a lot like us.
What do you mean?
The man picks up on stuff, and he knows a lot about the church. I got a lot to learn from him. Good thing you didn't squash him.
What did Tiago tell you about the church?
The crabman's been lurking here for a while. He's experienced things. Things that give off bad signs. As far as we can tell, The Ubies built this place about 320 years ago as a sarcophagus.
Do you mean there are dead bodies here?
Not like a literal sarcophagus. I'm just being metaphorical.
What's it for?
Encasement, confinement, of something they were afraid of. Something new and unheard of on the Isla. I think that's what the Crabman is experiencing when he climbs around upstairs. Like, this is some old world shit the Ubies had heard about. I thought the best way to deal with it was to build a church, surrounding it, to contain it.
I don't get it. Contain.
I don't know. And it's not something they properly understood either. What it does. But it's what this Sona person is looking for. And trying to measure.
He nods towards the woman.
It'll be fruitless though. She won't be able to measure it. People like that always want to measure everything. All those things they really can't.
The wood creaks as a gale blows by. Outside, dust particles fall through the darkness, settling down on the age-bleached floorboards. The structure does not feel particularly durable.
This building seems less than structurally sound.
No. It's pretty fucking unsound if you ask me. They should have built a club for Nordic music around it instead.
He grins.
Nordic music will definitely contain whatever we're dealing with.
His words echo in the chamber.
And if it can't, well...
What makes you think Suna's going to fail? The man's insecure about measurement?
Seems to be the trend around here, doesn't it? You can't measure shit like this. It's not like... substance.
Well, if it's without substance, I guess there's nothing to worry about.
Maybe you can figure things out, Cop Man. I think we got on a good level here. The signs are syncing up well.
Alright, that's good enough. Let's check with her. We're gonna have a little bit longer episode today, or tonight I should say.
She's whistling a melody, her trusty contact mic attached to a wooden pulpit. At the sound of your footsteps, she stops what she was doing and turns to you.
Hey there. I've been recording some new audio from all these beams and rafters. The sounds travelling through the wood are pretty cool. Creaks and stuff. Like you're underwater, you know? But like, underwater inside a tree.
Cool.
And yes, I'm being more like Contact Mike, alright? Don't even bring it up.
Okay, fine.
I really wanted to say, thanks for getting me and my friends in here. And we even found some new associates, such as they are.
How's everyone doing?
Good, I think. Noid is getting a read on the place. I think he finds the carpentry very impressive. Andre's been setting up the compressor and dancing. Egghead's been keeping the party up. He's got the stage under control. Sorna, the programmer, she's doing whatever she does. Behind that radio computer of hers. She doesn't talk to us much. And the Crabman hasn't shown himself, thank God.
Now, can you tell me about your associates?
Sure. You helped us out. I can repay the favor. What do you want to know?
Tell me about Noid.
He's a four-burger, I guess, like the rest of us. Okay, maybe not Egg, I don't know about him, but Noid and the rest are from Forburg, making the pilgrimage up north to visit the Elysium. He's real hardcore about the lifestyle.
What is this pilgrimage you're talking about?
It's just something poor Forburg kids do every spring. To pass the time, we walk the entire length of Boogie Street, up to Jamrock, or as much as possible.
Why wouldn't it be? Why wouldn't what be? Sorry, cat was laying on the microphone again. And guess which one? Anyway, why wouldn't it be?
I don't know, man. Have you been down Boogie Street? It's a little bewildering.
Alright, let's say I haven't been down Boogie Street.
Okay, then you should go and take a look, I guess. Boogie Street is cool. It's got a lot of immigrants and all kinds of different people.
Wow, some of these things that they say are just like ridiculous. No, actually no, it's Katya. Katya is the one that likes to pull on the microphone and lay on it. I swear she does it on purpose, even though she probably has no idea what a microphone is. I might just do that if I make it there alive.
Yeah.
She says, then opens her mouth like she's about to add something but doesn't. What does he do?
What do you mean do? Like for a living?
Yes.
He's a carpenter, trained and all. He's very good, he just doesn't have the mindset to work like that. In a shop somewhere.
What kind of mindset is that?
He abides by the hardcore, sir. You would have to ask him yourself.
And you?
Sir, I abide by the law.
Actually, tell me about the others.
Who do you want to know about?
What's the deal with Egghead?
What do you mean?
Where's he from? How long has he been with you guys?
Actually, we don't know where he's from. Or who he is, really.
Hey King, welcome to the stream. Nice to have you here.
One time we were out partying somewhere in backwater Forburg. Or maybe even Coal City. I can't remember. Maybe it was Coal City.
The worst of the banlieues. A wretched heap of closed-down mines, even west of Jamrock, on the dusty slope of Montmartin, the remotest possible area of Revachol. No one even wants to exploit those people anymore.
Egg was yelling along to some jam someone was spinning, all night long. Just kept yelling until he didn't have a shred of voice left. When the sun came up over the mines. There were mines? Yeah, it was in Coal City. Egg came with us. He made this wheezing puppy dog sound all the way back. Couldn't even speak. It was definitely Coal City, because it took us 2 days to walk back to the fort. He just wheezed the whole way. We never really asked why he came with us, or who he was. I think his name is Jermaine. People are sweet.
What do you think he's doing when he yells all that stuff?
Oh, that. He's the party boy.
What's a party boy?
A nod at music doesn't really do vocals in the traditional sense. Vocals are thought of as rock. That's to say they're a bit backward. No offense if you like rock music, though. Rock music's cool by me.
Pachoo, pachoo, swish. Your credentials as the resident future man of Revachol are being questioned. Show her you're hip with the times, Gramps.
Thinking either 1 or 3. Hardcore, super hardcore. I feel like I like to go with the thoughts that are coming up, even though I feel I personally would want to say, goddamn right, rock music is the coolest, rock music forever. But because my conceptualization said the thing about the future man, I think I'm gonna go with the future man. You don't have to tell me rock is backward. I am the future man. I abandoned rock in the 30s. Stupid rock. Puh.
Okay.
Oh, what?
Anyway, even if you don't have vocals, you still need someone to say something every now and then, right? To urge things on. That's where the party boy comes in.
Maybe I shouldn't have listened to it.
He basically just stands on the stage and dances and yells how awesome everything is. It's very catchy.
So, to me, he sounds like, Flava Flav. Egg is Flava Flav.
I understand. People are usually afraid to do things if others aren't already doing them. Dancing makes you dance, like sneezing makes you sneeze, or yawning makes you... Anyway.
I know at concerts, I'm the one that always starts the mosh pit. It's like the concert starts and people are just kind of like, you know, they're kind of getting into it, and I'm like, screw this, we're moshing. And I start moshing and everybody starts moshing. It's awesome.
Who do you want to know about?
Let's go with Andre.
Andre? He's a cool guy. Doesn't really come off as one, but he is. To me, at least. He takes care of shit. Sorry. I mean, he's got a vision. What life should be, you know? He tries to push things until everything falls into place. He's an organizer.
What has he organized?
Nothing. But then again, there's nothing to organize around here either. He really wants this church thing to work.
That makes sense.
Must have taken it as a sign when he found it abandoned like that. Said it was an augury. I don't know where he got that from. Andre's not super intelligent. I've never seen him so psyched about anything, though. And he's often psyched. Looks sort of desperate, like it's his last chance or something. Or maybe he was just high.
Probably just high.
I mean, not that he does drugs, just high, you know?
No, I'm pretty sure he was high. Relax, girl. We're police officers, but we're corrupt, rotten to the marrow. You can tell us about drugs and crap. I don't give an F.
Yeah, drugs, shit, fuck. We don't care.
Oh, Kim, you're hilarious.
Yes. Anyway.
Is Andre your boyfriend? Heck yes. Heck yes, Robert. You got it.
Yes.
Start flailing your body around and others will join you.
Who do you want to know about?
Actually, do tell me about yourself.
Me? Again?
Yes, I forgot. Tell me about yourself.
I told you, I'm a silver bird.
Silver bird?
There's that phrase again. Really reminds you of something.
What does that mean?
It means I don't answer questions about myself.
Oh. But I'm a police officer. You have to answer me.
Is there a law that would stop me from lying, though?
That would depend on the circumstances.
Fair enough.
Thank you.
All right. Tell me about Suna.
Ah, she's a bit odd, I have to say. Doesn't talk much. I'm not really sure how to vibe with her, you know? Seems like she's not in a very good mood most of the time.
No, she doesn't.
But earlier today, she told me about Welkins. And she seemed oddly happy, like she had some idea with those little creatures. Some artistic idea. I didn't really listen, I was busy with my mic.
Fair enough. I don't think I want to ask you about Tiago, because Tiago scared the crap out of you. Well, not everybody can mosh. There's definitely some people that shouldn't mosh. Moshing is an art form. Thank you. Some other questions?
Sure.
Let's increase our reaction speed and come back for that. No, we'll do that in a second. Alright, reaction speed. I know there's definitely increased our reaction speed. There we go. That cap. Plus we got a bunch of new things that we haven't even checked out yet. Anything decreasing our reaction speed? No, does not appear that way. Okay. Let's I guess I have to do this. I can't do anything else.
T500. Remember that weakness you were looking for in the ceramic armor? Like, maybe it can only stop small, fast projectiles, but a large, slow-moving pry bar would shatter it? Or, if I run an electrical current through it, maybe it will melt. Or, personal favorite, frequency something something radio weapon? None of that would work. You need to shoot the part of the enemy that doesn't have Fair with a T500 on it, because the armor itself is invulnerable. Good news is, so are the armor pieces on you.
Oh, okay. We got increased hand-eye coordination against enemies in FT500 armor. Okay. I was kind of hoping for something different, but that's alright. Okay, so let's try that check.
Welcome back.
No, Robert. Giving bloody noses is not part of moshing. Moshing is about physical exertion while being respectful of others and watching out for others at the same time. It's chaotic, but it's respectful chaos. Yeah, let's try it out. 17%. Probably won't get it, but whatever.
O pasaro de agente. It flutters by your ear.
Or we nail an 11 and we get it. Holy crap.
It's what the Zemoyaki, the Gradian community in Revachol, call a person who never breaks under interrogation. It's an organized crime term.
I remember now. It's a Zemlyaki term for someone who won't break under questioning. An organized crime term.
What do you mean?
The Silver Bird.
All right. My father was a Zemlyaki. He died years ago. He was a bad man. Not a lot of good things to say about him and what he did. He bought the family a huge house, so we got to live, at least temporarily, in a giant castle in Jamrock. And then he died.
What happened next?
What do you think? The competition came and took everything away. It was like in a war zone.
She's gritting her teeth.
So after his death, we had nothing left, and we were in danger. My mother had to change her name, mine too. We left it all behind.
Are you sure about that? What about this drug lab plan?
It was a stupid idea, and I'm still disappointed I came up with it.
Oh, you came up with it, Excel?
Aren't there any local authorities who might look down on such activities?
I took that into account, of course. Coordinated the operation with the débardeurs, else they might get unhappy.
So what you're saying is Everard authorized this?
Not in person, but I let them know. You can't do anything without the fat ones getting wind. It wasn't too difficult to convince them, really. It's a good thing you ended that mess, though. I felt I was turning Dadwise into a corrupt business person. Unpleasant.
Hear that? Set justice on its feet. Confront Everard.
Cool.
Come on, this is all fine. But you don't have anything on Everard now. That's not how these things work.
We should confront Everard about this. Maybe we can manipulate him using the information. Hell yes. Because Everard is a piece of crap. We gotta take that bastard down.
No, I don't think it would lead anywhere with Everard. He's just going to deny it.
Yeah. Have you seen Everard?
I have. I still want to do some more, but I'm going to feed my cats quickly, so give me a 2-minute break. I'll be back in 2 minutes, obviously, with a 2-minute break. And we'll do a few more things. Alright, I have returned. So we'll talk to Andre, then we'll talk to Suna, then we'll check the final trap that was set.
Yeah, it's all set up, man. Can you already imagine 1,000 people in here? 10,000!
He waves his hands in an unbelievably lame, non-hardcore manner.
Ecstatic vibrations, totally transcendent. And I've finished setting up the new compressor too.
He looks at the imposing black box in the corner that's churning out the sound.
Now the only thing left to do is the name of the club. Will you do the honors, detective?
Cool. Egghead, you must have lots of ideas.
Yakukata! Yakukata! The place to be!
It doesn't sound good.
Yeko Qatar, the zone of ecological catastrophe. That's too morbid, Egg. Got anything else?
Hardcore! Hardcore to the mega!
I think hardcore is pretty good.
No, it has to be bigger than hardcore. Yes, it has to be even bigger than hardcore to the mega. It has to be bigger than the scene.
What do you propose as the name, Andre?
The name. Everything I managed to come up with sounds just wrong.
Andre's overthinking it.
Says the girl with the microphone.
Yes, you should do it, detective. It would be good for the signs.
Cool.
Noid's right. You've helped us so much. It's the right thing to do.
So, what would you suggest as the name?
How about something simple? Like the club?
That's stupid.
Too modern. And too ironic. We don't want ironic. We want real. Real and true and beautiful. Like a morning after the rave.
Suna, do you have an opinion on this?
I don't.
That's a pretty good name for a club. I like I don't.
Good. We have too many opinions anyway.
But I like I don't. Hey, do you want to go to I don't? Noid, give me your 2 cents on the issue.
The amnesia.
No, that's stupid.
Like the... I can't remember the name of the club, Amnesia.
Amnesia!
No.
It's not amnesia, guys.
Kim, how would you name the club?
I wouldn't. I wouldn't build a club, and I wouldn't name it either.
Okay.
An underground place with no name? Sounds like something the Crabman would say.
We're not going with anything the Crabman would say.
Why not? Man has ideas, Estelle. Ideas from another level of consciousness.
Yeah, let's ask the Crabman.
I don't care. I don't like the Crabman, and I don't like his ideas. His ideas are spooky. Next, please.
Either I don't or hardcore.
You have? Well, what's the name?
Oh. Disco Elysium. Yes.
Like that DeLorean word for the world, you mean? Elysium.
But Disco Elysium? Isn't it wacky? Disco's kind of gone, isn't it? Forgotten.
The past is the future, but the future is dead.
You got it, Egghead.
No, it's beautiful. Beautiful and brave. Like we want it to be.
Wow, I had no idea. That's cool.
And short. And memorable.
I don't know if it's super memorable.
It's settled then. Everyone welcome to Disco Elysium.
Everyone, welcome to Disco Elysium. A light beam washes over the dance floor, bathing it in violet blue.
The wind brings some snow in from the broken gallery. It wraps you in its embrace, cold and luminous. You should return to the mural soon to the one that said, tomorrow is just a whisper away.
Oh. Thanks, Robert.
Andre breaks into frenzied dance-like motion to celebrate the name. Someone turns up the beat.
He's actually dancing. One thing that's bugged me about this game is, like, it'll say, and they do this. But then the person's just standing there, not moving. Observe his movement. What are you doing, Andre?
I'm dancing.
He performs yet another strange pattern of moves, but it doesn't look very cool or modern. Honestly, it looks kind of lame. It really does. It looks like he's, what's that thing called? Shoot. River dance. He's river dancing.
That soft core gyrating is supposed to be dancing?
We should talk about it. We should talk about your so-called dancing.
Yes, my man.
He jumps up and down with glee, his moves punctuated by the stroboscopic flash of the club lights.
Talk? What is there to talk about if you can express yourself with moves?
Let's see if we can increase our savoir-faire.
Goodbye, officer.
How's our savoir-faire currently? It's a 0. There's -1 savoir-faire. Hey, there's +1 savoir-faire. Mostly it's stuff that reduces savoir-faire, not increases it. I'm guessing it's only going to bring it up to about 7%.
Oh, hey, man. It's good to see you.
8%. Yeah. We would need to roll boxcars to get that to work, so I'm going to say no. I've been meaning to ask you, what's with the hair?
It's to express my individuality.
Yeah, that's cool.
Is that a bald spot? It's hard to tell for sure with the fused together spikes, but it looks like he's balding.
Or is it because you're balding?
Or because I'm balding, yes. I want to fuse the remains of my hair together before it leaves me.
That's cool.
I want to show my hair. I don't give a fuck how old you think I am. I'm 20.
How old are you, Andre?
Not 20.
Fair enough.
Maybe it was a bad idea. Anyway.
Okay, I'm not going to try this. That's just way too low.
Goodbye, officer.
Yes, what is it?
Alright, I talked to Egghead. He plugged in the cable. You can now unmute your speakers.
Okay, but think you can ask him to turn the volume down a bit? Just in case.
Maximum!
Shouts Egghead, a great smile still adorning his face, larger than a red dwarf star.
Maximum is the only way!
Really, Egghead?
I know it is, but could you please turn it down just this instance? Just this one time? Maximum is not the only way, okay?
It's true.
Pump it to the brick! Pump it to the hard master! There's no other way! Glue style!
Is he saying that the knob is broken and there's only one volume setting?
See? He pumps it to the hard master. It's hopeless.
I think what Egghead is trying to say here is that the volume button is stuck on maximum.
Of course it is.
She shrugs, consigned to her fate.
Yeah! Permanent enlightenment! Ray of sound!
Never mind then. Let's get on with our project. I'm going to unmute the speakers on a count of 5. Everyone ready?
She looks around the church.
Egghead pumps his hand up in the air, waiting for the beat to drop.
Born ready.
Says Andre.
Ready.
Yells Noid.
I'm ready if you two are detectives.
The lieutenant nods stoically.
Are you guys ready for this?
Not so stoically. His hand moves to the gun holster.
Whoa.
There's tightness in your chest. Anxiety.
Hold on for a moment.
What?
Maybe we shouldn't do this. It's too dangerous. On maximum volume 2?
No, we should definitely do this. I am going to do this. Ready?
She pauses, looking around the church. Everyone stares at her hand on the keyboard. Never mind. Let's do this. I'm ready. Whew.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mute disengaged.
She lifts her hand from the keyboard. Complete silence fills the room.
No wind outside, no waves, no floorboards creaking. Total, continuous silence. This is unnatural. The woman looks around. In the silence, you see dust move on the floorboards. The driver of the speaker vibrates in the air and then stops. Plasterwork begins to crumble down the walls. In the silence, a low hum starts creeping up your spine. It's a song inside you, not in the speakers, not in the room. A great bass sigh in the basement of your mind. Slowly, it builds until the air around you starts to vibrate. It will devour everything. The floorboards, the glass, the streets and the people. Nothing will remain.
Guys, what's going on?
There's alarm in the man's voice as he steps back to scan the surroundings. A slight rattle, like crystal clattering in the cupboard, fills the air, joining the chorus.
It's getting louder,
says Noid, his eyes riveted on the strange circle of water basins.
In the basins, the water looks like it's boiling.
Hosiana! Mother of Mega!
You hear Egghead yell, then something else, but his voice is growing faint. I've never heard anything this hardcore in my life.
The beauty and the beat! The future of dance! Planetary!
No, Egg! It's the window!
The glass shards around Dolores Day's vacant heart appear to be vibrating from the sound. It almost looks as if she's alive.
In the corner of your eye, the lieutenant steps aside, cautiously, his eyes searching for a possible evacuation route.
The window is going to come down. No, the roof!
She looks up. A screech fills the air. A scream of wood and nails. The pillars of the church twist and creak above and around you.
Cracks appear on the stained glass window. Cracks run up the wooden pillars in the dark.
Are we gonna die?
Come down to earth! Love!
It's shaking the building's foundation. The floor twists.
Why doesn't she just mute it?
That's it. I'm muting it.
She reaches for the keyboard. So logic tells me we should stop it. We should mute it. But I'm very curious to see if we let it go. We had a save right before we went and talked to her. So I think I'm gonna risk it. Because we can always replay this and tell her to mute it. I'm going against my better judgment. And I'm gonna say, everybody, don't panic. It's beautiful.
Beautiful car! Beautiful life!
Shit! It doesn't stop. A seal? Have you?
The woman is furiously pressing down on her keyboard, but the sound doesn't stop.
Yes, I've turned it off.
She yells, holding the contact mic in her hand.
Andre, pull the compressor! The place is gonna come down!
Fuck! I can't shut it up. The signal's passed. It's not in here. It's...
In the mixing desk now, building into a positive feedback loop. This is it. A great roar. The vault of the roof twists above you. Glass shatters somewhere near the door. It's coming down.
Okay, I think we need him to stop it. Or do you guys want me to keep going? Like I said, I can replay this easily because the save point was right before we went and talked to Suna. Like, something incredible might happen, but we'll probably be dead. There's like 98% chance that we're dead if we keep going. But there's a 2% chance that something awesome will happen. Keep going? Okay, let's keep going. I'm with you, Robert. We can replay it. Let's test it out. Let's hope for something incredible and not death.
But then it stops. Totally and utterly. As if there never was a sound. Only your ears still ring from the shock. Everybody is staring at Egghead, holding a dangling cable in his hand. A black 3-pin connector.
Oh, so Egghead unplugged it anyway without us even saying it. Damn. I wanted it to come down. I wanted something epic.
Egg.
I pulled the plug. It was getting too hardcore.
Too hardcore? No such thing.
You did good, Egg. Most of the place seems to be intact. Fucking hell. Programmer lady, tell me you were recording that.
4 years. 22 people. Millions of reals. All that time? This is what we were up against. Just erased it. Suriswolf isn't gonna believe this.
Glad you agree, Dylan.
Yeah, but did you record it though? It was dope. I think we can use it.
Yes, Andre. I recorded it. Damn, I need to send some letters now. Thank you all for doing this. Eggman, you too. And you, officer. I don't know what we've discovered, but I know what it sounds like now. That's the start.
What was that? I've never heard anything like that.
It was mathematical information from the anomaly, presented as a waveform. That's what it was technically. Theoretically...
She shakes her head.
I have no idea. I've never even heard of anything like this.
A voice seems muffled in the silent church. It's your ears adjusting after the exposure.
You're going to write Silislav?
Yes, our lead designer. And maybe some of the producers too. And some of the writers. If they're sober enough to open a transmission. They need to hear. They need to hear about this. Don't worry, I won't send the recording. Although I doubt they have the speakers to produce the frequency anyway.
What happens now? Are you going to...
Stay here. I'm going to stay here with these lunatics. Send letters, maybe meet Suliskov. Also devise further measurements.
Cool.
I want you to know that's totally chill with us.
I don't care, but thank you anyway. Now, I have a theory to come up with. Some kind of preliminary explanation to all this. Or the letter will sound like I've lost my mind.
Yes, and we have to get back to stabilizing Martinez. Instead of demolishing it with loud bass noise of unknown origins.
Pale unknown? I don't know what -10 pale unknown means. Let's increase our logic and see if we can try that check. How many points do we have? Wow, we've got 5 points. We've got lots of points. Anyway, let's check our logic. +1 logic. Can we get some more? Give me more logic. Heck yes. That was a sweet jacket. That's a very logical jacket. And a logical hat. Yes. Beautiful. Logical as the day is long. +2 logic. Well, heck yes. We're completely changing our outfit here. All right. Actually, where is logic? Intellect, right? Yeah, there it is. You know what? Let's try it. And if we fail, we might put some points in.
What is it?
Whoa, it's still 3. So it's godly. We would have to roll boxcars to get it, even by increasing that much. So I think maybe we have to figure out this pale unknown. We have to figure out the pale to have any chance at figuring out a theory for it. So I'm not going to bother with that. Kind of want to talk to him before we go.
A better deal! Yeah! Medium car!
Medium core? No. Whoa, that was a crazy sound we heard before.
Yeah! It was awesome! And scary! Very hardcore!
His voice booms through the chamber, then gets silent.
Too hardcore, in fact! I couldn't control it! At all!
What happened?
It sucks up all the air in the mix until it's the only thing left! Starts compressing itself and everything around it! Completely fills up the headspace! Extreme!
No kidding. Who the hell says medium core? Is there anything we can do about it?
Oh! I don't know! Maybe someone can do something with this! I imagine this is the sounds that the future could make!
Sounds like the future could be even more hardcore than I ever imagined.
Yeah!
Alright. You know what? I think we're good with these folks. Let's check the final trap. And I think that's where we'll wrap it up. We just need to get back to the final thing. Final trap. Pretty close by here. Oh. I kind of wish there were fewer invisible walls in this game.
This is the last of the traps. The one Morel just set. Checking it over, he said, is just a technicality.
Let's look around.
The reeds by the abandoned campsite hiss and shake in the lazily falling rain. It's good the cryptozoologists left. This isn't a very cozy place to stay night after night. The later it gets, the colder. Remnants of the camp can still be seen in the sand. The fire that's gone out. You feel strange, somehow.
Let's reach for the trap.
The trap feels light and silent as you pick it up. Something is different here.
What? Did we catch it? Let's look closer.
No locust.
What?
No phasmid either, but still.
Let's look closer still. I'm sure the phasmid's in there.
Well, the bait worked on something. This doesn't mean it was a reed monster, though. Unless you see one in there, I just see an empty trap.
The netting is a little untidy. Messier than the others. Like someone or something picked the trap up and shook it before dropping it back down on the ground.
No, I want an option to say, what if it's still in there? Okay, but what if it was the phasmid? What if it ate them and got out?
Right. Anyway, that's for the cryptozoologists to figure out now. We are not cryptozoologists. We are cops.
A cold gust of air dries your sweaty face, and you look to the dark shadow, the felled building in the distance, drawing you to it. What a strange sensation. Once this is done, should you try to ask again?
Okay, let's leave. Okay, I want to check the felled building. I know I said the trap was going to be the last thing, but I want to check the building. Is this the one?
A row of ghostly shades facing the corner.
No, this isn't the one.
With another 7 shades standing 10. A cold sea behind this building. The other one.
Yeah, I know. I went to the wrong building. My bad. Oh yeah, obviously, yeah, this one. Dirt.
Hello again.
I want to hear about the felled building again.
Sure. What's on your mind? But of course. What else?
Oh, there we go. I couldn't interact with it before.
The once bright mural towers above you, saying, Felled Electrical, R&D. Tomorrow is just a whisper away.
Alright, let's listen to the wind, and then this'll be it.
Suddenly, there's a sigh, carried on the molecules around you, moving, flowing from high pressure to low pressure, like that of a woman emptying her lungs. She wraps the collapsing stone box in front of you in her breath, flowing through it.
Where does it go?
In through the collapsed roof, flowing down a concrete staircase to the basement, sweeping away footprints in the dust on the stairs, and then the beach below the boardwalk, its winding tunnels, a whisper away.
What is happening?
She's down there.
I think she's down there, below this building.
Okay. Why?
We've looked everywhere else.
Right. How do we get in there? The doors were on the collapsed side of this building. They're gone, basically.
Finally, my time to shine.
There's a ladder next to the sign. Perhaps we can climb it, enter through the roof.
Perhaps you can climb them. We are not climbing anything. I'm 43 years old, and I plan to live to see 70.
Dude, that is the lamest thing I've ever heard. I'm 43 years old, you're not going to climb a ladder? Are you kidding me? Alright, we're climbing the ladder next episode. We're getting inside the building, we're getting on the roof. It's going to be awesome. It is going to be hella awesome. You don't want to miss it. Sunday evening. Ladder phobia. Well, some people are scared of heights, but come on. He's a cop. Anyway. I'm really looking forward to going there. This is going to be awesome. Something to look forward to on Sunday. Hope you guys can make it. Thank you for hanging out. Thanks for being here. You're very welcome, Robert. Take care, everybody. We'll be seeing you around. And, yeah. Have a good rest of your day, evening, or night, depending on where you are in the world and when you are watching this. Bye-bye.